If you explore the temple of Medinat Habu on the West Bank in Luxor, you'll see an image of the pharaoh Ramses III hunting wild bull. This dates to over 3,000 years ago. You'll also find an image of Ramses III hunting lions there. The pharaoh was depicted overcoming the mighty beasts of nature. This symbolized his control over chaos. The pharaoh's primary role was to ensure order within Egypt. The ancient Egyptians called order Ma'at. One pharaoh, Amenhotep III, issued commemorative scarabs to celebrate special occasions. He issued one in year 10 of his reign. This one recording the killing of 102 lions by the pharaoh with bows and arrows. He did this during the first 10 years of his reign. 123 examples of this same scarab have been found as far afield as Lachish in Lebanon and also on Cyprus. We have images of pharaohs hunting the lions, overcoming the threat of nature. Tutankhamun was buried with 8 shields. They were found in his tomb in 1922. This one shows Tutankhamun wielding a scimitar, in ancient Egyptian kepesh, grabbing lion by the tail. In fact, on the side of a painted chest found in Tutankhamun's tomb, he is shown in his chariot with a bow and arrow. Lions are strewn across the landscape in front of his chariot, their bodies riddled with the king's arrows. This must be an exaggeration, but it is clearly a display of the pharaoh's might and control over nature. The ancient Egyptians certainly tamed lions. Lions were found in palace zoos or menageries. You can see this one wears a sash. A pharaoh might be represented accompanied by a lion. This one runs alongside the chariot of Ramses II on the wall of his temple at Abu Simbel. Tutankhamun clearly enjoyed the company of his lion, shown along his side his stool, as well as the company of his wife, Ankh-Sen-Amun. Presumably, if lions were really kept as royal pets, they had their teeth and claws removed. The female pharaoh Hatshepsut shows on the wall of her temple at Deir al-Bahri 2 cheetahs wearing collars and on leashes. Were they the female pharaoh's pets? And if so, they're the only recorded instance of cheetahs being kept as household pets in ancient Egypt. Like the lion, the cheetah, and the leopard were found in the desert fringes of Egypt, but the ancient Egyptians clearly imported more of these exotic animals into their country from Sudan. Nubians are shown here in the temple of Ramses II at Beit al-Wali. If you notice, they are arriving into Egypt with wonderful exotic animals: a lion, a leopard, a giraffe, and monkeys. On the walls of noblemen's tombs too, we see some of these exotic animals arriving as tribute into Egypt. A tame leopard is shown here wearing a collar and leash. The lion was a royal motif, symbolizing the strength and valor of the Egyptian ruler. The image of a lion symbolizing the pharaoh subjugating an enemy, and in particular a Nubian from the south of Egypt, is found very often in the art of the reign of Ramses II in the 13th century BC. This goes all the way back to the formation of the Egyptian state. Over 5,000 years ago, the ruler is shown as a lion decimating the enemy. And of course, the great image of the Sphinx at Giza, the pharaoh's head on a lion's body.